Hi, my friend. Good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Cat Ninjas. Welcome to Cat Ninjas. Let's have another rocking day. Let's start with a new module that's on Venn diagram. Of course, already it doesn't require any introduction because you all would know that Venn diagram is one of the important topics, not just from the perspective of LRDI. Sometimes, yes, they do ask questions based on this particular concept in quant as well. There could be percentage questions with this background. There could be questions built on individual questions, which we have seen quite a few in quite a few exams, including CAT. So therefore, all of us understand that it's one of the important topics. It doesn't mean that okay, every year there is one set on Venn diagrams. It doesn't mean that. It means that okay, if I'm writing exams like CAT, SAT, IIFT, and a few other exams, be it NMAT, SNAP, sure that okay, you would come across good number of questions from Venn diagrams, either as a part of quantitative aptitude or as a part of DILR. That's the package we are talking about, right? Okay. So before we get started, why don't you somebody confirm that the audio, video, everything is fine? We are good to start. Just confirm, otherwise I would be talking, and if you are not able to hear from the other end, it will not make sense. So just quickly confirm from the other end that so voice is reaching out to you. I'm clearly audible. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Prashant is confirming all is fine. Vipul is confirming all is good. Yeah. Srishti is confirming on that. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Aman. Good afternoon, Rohit. All right. It's fine. So here we go. All right. So let's before I start, as you settle down, keep a book and keep a pen so that you guys can take a running notes wherever it is required. You can take that running notes. Pretty simple topic. Probably I will cover this entire thing in about 5 to 6 lectures, which means we require about 5 to 6 hours. But I don't want to take anything for granted because being an important topic, I would start with. Uh, I would start by saying, no, let's keep it pretty basic and let's understand the approaches there. That is when we really get into the depth of it, so we'd be comfortable. In the sense, let's first get comfortable swimming in 4 feet. Then 16 feet is not a daunting task because anyway our body is going to be on the water. It won't be a daunting task. But where we need to perfect the skills, we need to perfect the skills in the 4 or 5 feet kind of a swimming pool. You don't go into the 16 feet and start striving there, right? So that's the whole idea here. Because sometimes we have seen the questions getting much deeper in this particular area, right? Much deeper, you'd be aware. So before we hit that kind of depth, so there is no hurry, therefore we give the due diligence, we give some time. But let's not make it extend and elaborative practice. That practice and all, I will leave it to you. I will ensure that the basics are given maybe in about 4, 5, 6. I don't know. It depends on the way we progress, right? So that's the whole idea there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Vipul, I will tell you at the end of it. Just keep waiting. I will tell you. So as you keep your books and pens and all of that ready, let me quickly introduce myself. Or if there are any new learners out here. Yes, I'm Belvi Srinivas. I'm working since 2007 in the test prep industry. And yes, I worked in various capacities, both in management as well as in the training part, so with various organizations that you could see out here. And over a period of time, yes, it did take some time to mature those skills. Over a period of time, yes, I did learn how to train students in the areas of QA, DI, and DLR because there are two different parts. Knowing is something, and training somebody else, making somebody else a king is different, right? You being a king is different, being a kingmaker is different. These are two different skills. Some people are good as a king, some people are good as a kingmaker, right? I think I'm more into the second category. That is, I want to make you a king, right? That's the whole idea there. Okay, this is a Telegram group. You want to interface with me and speak to me. This is the Telegram group that you can use. Just a word of caution here. This is L. This is the small case L. It is not I. If you type I, probably it may bounce back. You treat that as a small case L. Then you can ping me there, and then I will be able to guide you there. Right. So that's briefly about that part. So quick announcements before we jump start as others join quickly here. Unacademy offers two kinds of subscriptions, as most of you would know. That's one is a plus, and the other one is iconic. Sure, plus gives you more structured courses, including structured tests. All types of tests. It can be sectional test, it can be full length test, all of it. Iconic comes with a lot of personal guidance, right? Personal guidance. See, I will tell you some of the personal guidance that I've done in the past, or it could be when I talk about the personal guidance. For example, IIFT form is out, right? The IIFT form. I'm just giving an example. IIFT form would have 10 short questions, right? 10 questions that you need to answer. You need to fill those 10 questions and submit along with the form. Yeah, along with that particular form. Now, these 10 questions do matter, right? These 10 questions, it does matter what responses you give based on that. Already, some of your interviews also depend on it. Similarly, for example, SPJ, right? Your whole profile shortlisting of the SPJ and etc. comes with those 10 odd questions. Again, a 10 is not a 10. If I look at the last year forms, I'll be able to tell that questions are more or less static, but these are very, very important. It depends. Whole of your CV gets shortlisted because of this. Even before your CAT results come, it gets shortlisted because of this. I generally used to say when I was mentoring the students, you will not submit any form if there is an essay without showing it to me. The reason being, I will ask you a few questions. Is it like, is it making sense? Why did you write this? Sometimes with the discussion, something best will come out as a response to that particular question. In sense, you have done it, you know it, but then you are not able to articulate it or you are not able to present it. I'll say that, hey, this idea doesn't sound good. You go back to your 20 years and then try and make sense that what you want to do. Or like what can be some other instance of this? Then you will come back and tell me that, sir, this is the second instance, this is the third instance. I will say that, why don't you project this? Because this makes sense from the professional discussion point of view, from the professor's perspective. I got to think from the professor's perspective while I'm trying to write these responses, not from my perspective. In the sense, you are not going to read your form and say that, hey, how beautiful it is. No, professor has to read or your senior has to read and say, because some of the forms are seen by your seniors before your professors see it, right? So therefore, it should make sense to the senior, right? That's the whole idea there. Or it should make sense to the professor. That's the whole idea when you write those responses. That's what I mean by when they write this personal guidance or personal mentoring or expert guidance. It means more to do with, hey, get your forms also filled right. Never submit a form based on your own wisdom. Show it to somebody else and check what they think about it. Or let them quiz. Let them not accept it as it is. Let them quiz you what is better there, what is not better there. Let the best come out of you on that particular form. This is important, guys, because CAT form is one of the simplest form to fill. Some of the other B school forms are not easy to fill, because CAT generally after your selection they will ask you to fill something. IIM Bangalore will send a form. They will say that please write your SOP now. Again, never submit the SOP without showing it to 2-3 people, not just one person. The moment you see 2-3 people, different perspectives will come, different ideas will generate. That's when your final drafts come out, right? Yeah. Any which ways, that's what I mean by the personal guidance. This is what happens in the iconic technically. Okay, coming to the subscription fees, quickly to put it in the perspective. So you have 6 months. If you're looking at CAT 21, can go for 20, or let's say 6 months subscription, 12-month subscription for maybe 22 or CAT 23 kind of programs. Yes, these are the listed prices, and you get about 10% discount on these particular prices if you use the code Belvi100, right? So if you are trying to make any subscriptions, so I encourage you, if you are making a subscription, go for iconic, not from the money perspective. That really resolves most of your concerns, right? So because I know as you go closer to the exams, maybe already you just want to understand that why MBA. Already is my answer coming out fine. Something is in the mind. What can be the 5 cross questions on this particular response that you would like to know? Maybe you want to discuss that with some of your mentors 2-3 times, right? And definitely the mentor should be one who should quiz you, not accept whatever you say, because your professor is not going to accept and nod his head for everything that you are going to say. Let's be very clear on that, right? Because the quizzing brings the best out of you. So that's what it is. So if you're looking at that, had I been you, if I'm looking for something, I always look for personalized mentoring, knowing that the opportunity cost is too high, right? It's too high. Getting into top B schools, opportunity cost is too high. When I can earn about 30-40 lakhs in an annum, I don't mind making certain reasonable investments. Okay, fair enough. So that brings to us, that's what I mean by one-to-ones, etc. One-to-one with respect to doubts, with respect to content. You need to have a mentor. Doesn't matter where that mentor is. You need to have one strong mentor, maybe to all it down, just like a doctor. Sometimes you take the second opinion, third opinion. Maybe you need to have another support system. It can be your parents as well. If you have done their MBA, working in some industries, if they understand that field, that can be fine. It can be your sibling, but have them in place. Once you are trying to fill these forms, it has to be shown to somebody who understands the professor's viewpoint or B school's viewpoint. Right? Yeah, good. All right. In addition to that, whether you take a plus subscription or iconic subscription, let me quickly remind you, the notes will also be there. Of course, you are making the running notes, or if your notes are in bits and pieces, you don't have a properly organized notes. right? So that this comes with the organized notes with the highlighters, highlighting certain points with respect to every chapter, be it with RCs, be it with grammar, be it with, well, be it with so Venn diagrams, what we are doing, all of that, right? Yeah. So there looks solid. There is an indication that there is a price rise from 11th of September. Just keep that in mind if you are trying to make buy any subscriptions, so you can make judicious decisions. All right, that brings us to the end of announcements. But between that, I made very important point. Doesn't matter whether it's a subscription or no subscription. Important point is identify two people in your life who are going to guide you from now up to April. Right, from now up to April, because you start filling the forms now. From now to April, there should be about a couple of people in your life who kind of quiz you, who kind of bring the best out of you on every single form, because your journey begins here. What every single word that you write now makes a lot of meaningful sense till you get into the final admission. That word is very, very important there. Fair enough. Coming back to this, let's understand. Let's understand. I will speak today from the three perspective. Wait till the end. You will understand the complete meaning of these three perspectives I'm talking about. One, first let's understand about the regions, and let's understand about one single modifier which is largely misunderstood by the people. I will speak about that. And then I will talk about, hey, what is the best way to fill the Venn diagram? Filling type. There is a non-filling type. One, there are two types of problems in Venn diagram. Number one, you fill the diagram, right? That is type one. The second type is you can't fill the diagram. There is no point filling the diagram at all. Okay. Second type can be partial filling of the Venn diagram. It is partial means so partial that you hardly wrote anything on the Venn diagram. That is what I mean by partial. Partial doesn't mean that 90% I wrote, only 10% I did not write. I didn't mean by partial, that is almost a fill. Almost fill. I commit under the fill. Partial means what? Man, I wrote only 30% of the information. Remaining 70% cannot be filled. All right, that's the second type of questions we get. Third is what? Unfilled. You just can't fill it. You just can't fill it. Even if you make an attempt to fill it, you can't. Right now, that is what all that unfilled part. Now, these are the three portions. Which is the most difficult one? Of course, it is this. Of course, it is this, because you can't fill. Beyond a point, all it now you will not be able to fill. Now, these are the three types of questions which come on the Venn diagram. Sure, you may say that the basics behind this is the set theory. I'm not going to talk about set theory, right? To my learners, I'm thinking that because I'm talking about the impactful series here, set theories is another study. I don't want to trivialize this by talking and killing time by talking set theories. This is a set, that is a set. No, all it now it is the union of the set, intersection of the sets. I will leave it for your own study on this. I will talk more from the test perspective, right? Okay, let's say this. So what I'll be doing here is in today's lecture is the first type, because all three types are there. Then I will go to the next depth in couple of lectures, the partial filling. Then we will get into this unfilled. You just can't be able to fill. Filling doesn't make sense. That's my point. You want to deliberately make an attempt to fill? Sure, you can make an attempt to fill. But then will it make sense? It doesn't make sense, right? These are the three types of things we will be going to talk about. So maybe in about 4 or 5 lectures, I should be able to wrap it up based on how you respond from the other side and how much time you start doing the works from the other side. That's what we are kind of trying to do there. Coming to the regions. Okay, is it chicken first or egg first? All right, in the sense, did the number come first or the diagram come first? If I ask somebody to draw the Venn diagram for 2, we all know that, hey, this is how I draw this diagram. If I ask you to draw the Venn diagram for 3, hey, we know that this is how we draw the Venn diagram for 3. Similarly, we all know how to draw Venn diagram for 4. That's not the bother. Point is, okay, is the diagram came first or did the number came first? Numbers came first. Logic came first. It's a representation of the logic. All right, this is one of the representation of the logic. Hey, what do you mean? Hey, why it should be a triangle? Why it should be this? Can I say that one of them is a triangle? Say this is A and this is B. A I represent by a triangle. B I represent by a square. This is my B. All right, this is my A. This is my B. And your total space I will represent by a circle. This is the total. All right, this is the total. I represent this by a total. Is there a problem with these two diagrams? Absolutely no problem. From the simplistic perspective, our teacher said that draw like this. Sure, we are drawing it like this. Nothing else. All right. No, so therefore, it's not about the diagram. Do I draw a triangle? Do I draw a square? Do I draw a circle? Doesn't really matter. Okay, so what matters? What matters is the number. Numbers matter first. For example, let me give a quick understanding about these regions, and you should remember this, because when I go to the unfilling type, these numbers are important, right? You forget these numbers, man, you had it. Already you are not able to do anything there, because you reach a stage where you cannot fill it. Even if you are able to fill it, partial filling, these numbers would make a sense. Let me come to this. What are these numbers? If you are looking at Venn diagram for 2, Venn diagram for 2, 1. All right, if I'm looking at this, couple of things. What are the total number of regions? What is the total number of regions? Total number of regions will be 2 power 2, which is nothing but 4. There will be 4 regions. What are those particular regions? There will be regions of 0, which means regions of none. There will be several regions of 1, and there will be several regions of 2. What do you mean by that? 2 means what? Venn diagram for 2 means what? You are talking about survey of two things. Assume that survey of magazine A and magazine B. Two things. Some of them may say that I don't read any of these magazines. Fair enough. Some of them may say that I read exactly one magazine. Some of them may say that I read both the magazines. Fair enough. That's what you mean by these three regions. What is this breakup therefore? This is 2C0 combinations. The value of 2C0 is 1. There should be one region for 0. That is none of these, right? Okay. The 2C1. What do you mean by 2C1? Out of two magazines, I read exactly one. Out of two magazines, I read exactly one, which is nothing but 2C1, which means there should be two regions for one. Two regions for one. Okay. What is this? Somebody wants to read both the magazines. Fair enough. Out of two magazines, this fellow wants to read both the magazines. 2C2 value is 1. This is the breakup of 4. Now what diagram you want to draw? Your choice. You want to draw a triangle for this, you want to draw a circle for this, you want to draw rhombus for this, draw whatever you want. These are the rules of the game. I want 4 regions, out of which one region should cater to none, two regions should cater to one, and one region should cater to both. Okay, let me put this to perspective. Let me show it in this diagram itself. Okay, where is this run? This is the region of 0, outside one. This is the region of 0. There is only one region, which is the outside one. Hey, which are the regions of 1 here? This is the region of 1. Roman number 1 I am writing. Only A. Alright, if I write anybody's name here, they read only B. Are there 2 regions now? Yes, I got these 2 regions. Okay, what about this one region? This is the one. Hey, they belong to Roman number 2 means what? These fellows read both magazines A and B. Now, diagram doesn't matter. These numbers matter first, right? These numbers matter first. Let's quickly generate, all right. So therefore, for Venn diagram for 3, let's do this so that all right, it reserves in your mind and you will kind of never forget these things. Of course, your high school teachers might have said this in the class 10. Once they teach you these combinations, they kind of teach you this. So if you remember, it is good. If you don't remember, it comes from the combination. Okay, where is that? The NCR. I am talking about NCR factorial n divided by factorial n minus r into r factorial. When I said that a 2C1 here, I actually substituted in this. 2C1 is nothing but I substituted to get the outcome as 2. 2C1 is nothing but 2. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. Now I am not teaching any permutation combination. I'm saying that, hey, this is where the background and this is how it comes. I'm just giving the background to it. I'm not interested in teaching NCR. That is another study. PNC, we will do it in this month. So during that time, we will try and see that, hey, what are these NCRs and NPRs of the world? We will see them. Okay, Venn diagram for 3, similar way, Venn diagram for 3. Let's quickly understand this particular breakup. Hey, totally how many regions I need to have? Total number of regions has to be 2 power 3, all right, 2 power 3, which is nothing but 8. There must be 8 regions. So how these regions should be? There would be certain regions of 0. How many regions of 0 should be there? 3C0, which means out of 3 magazines, this fellow should say that I don't want to read any of these magazines. How many such regions? 1, because the value of 3C0 is 1. How many regions of 1s? 3C1, which is equal to 3. How many regions of 2s? 3C2, which is equal to another 3. How many regions of 3s? Which is 3C3, all right, which is equal to 1. So that is what you kind of do there, all right. So then you put it to the perspective. Your teachers would have said that the easiest way to represent, don't complicate it by writing rhombus, rectangle, all of that. Stick to what your teachers have done, because globally this is the easiest way to represent. Why you should complicate this? There is absolutely no need to complicate. Where is this region 0? It is here outside. That's a region 0. 3 magazines, let's say ABC. Hey, where are these 3 regions of 1s here? This is the region of 1. They read only magazine A. These characters read only magazine B. These characters read only magazine C. 3 regions I represented A. Where are these regions of 2s here? This one. This is the region of 2, exactly A and B. This is another region of 2, B and C. This is another region of 2, which is A and C. Okay. Where is this region of all 3s coming out here? Region of all 3 out here. This is the region of all 3. This belongs to ABC. Okay, my point is the photographic memory of this should be very, very clear, which means even these regions of 1s, 3 regions of 2s, 1 region of 0, 1 region of 3, all it, all it, no, this should be very clear. These numbers should be clear. This diagram should be clear. That is when you can do it sometimes mentally. I'm not saying this one. So when we go to the higher part of it, so these numbers matter. I cannot say that, hey, I kind of not aware of these numbers. These numbers does matter. That's simple there. That's pretty simple there. All right. So now let me go to Venn diagram for 4. Let me go to Venn diagram for 4. There must be 2 power 4 regions. That is 16. Now the breakup. All right, now breakup. All right. What is the breakup of these 16 regions? So you will have region 0, which is 4C1. Sorry, 4C0, which is equal to 1. How many regions of 1, which would be 4C1, which is nothing but 4. How many regions of exactly 2? It would be 4C2, which is 6. How many regions of exactly 3? That would be 4C3, which is equal to 4. Alright, how many regions of all 4s here, which would become 4C4, which is equal to 1. Add them, that is the 16 here, right? 1 plus 4, 5, plus 6, 11, 15, and 16. So I got to put this as 16 regions. Alright, let me quickly draw the diagram. 16 region. Guys, are you following? Am I too fast, or is is it making sense what I'm trying to say? Because I want you to remember these numbers. Numbers are important. I don't want you to do these questions without really remembering the numbers. Is everything fine? Audio, video, understanding, all good? Confirm, confirm, quickly confirm. Yeah? Hmm. Good, yeah. Good, good. Right. Perfect. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Enjoy the lecture. Enjoy. All right. As you keep doing, you also enjoy it. What's happening there, right? So you need to learn, but at the same time, you should enjoy your learning. That's important there. Because I also should enjoy my teaching. So I always see that, okay, what is the experience of teaching, right? I need to enjoy my teaching. You need to enjoy your learning. Some part is always painful. Some part of learning is always painful. That pain is what changes it, right? Yeah. Great. All right, guys. Good. Good response from all of you. All right, from Ayush to Mohit. All right, in between. Useless. Fair enough. So here we come. Let's see this. Okay, Venn diagram for 4. Classic way of drawing. Draw a 3 by 3 grid. Classic way of drawing. Sure, you remember from your high school, no doubt about it. You remember from your high school, class 10, they would have said, or somewhere you would have got to know about this, no issues. So, but what is the best way to draw this? All right, you will draw 3 by 3 grid. In fact, it's an intersection of 4 cylinders. All right, in fact, it's an intersection of 4 cylinders. You may say that, hey, which are the 4 cylinders? This is one cylinder, this green one. This is one cylinder. Then you say that, okay, this is my second cylinder. This is my second cylinder, intersection of second cylinder. Then you'd say, hey, this is going to be my third cylinder. This is the third cylinder. And then you would say that, hey, this is my fourth cylinder. Fourth cylinder. Fourth cylinder, they enclose these cylinders, which becomes the Venn diagram for 4. Right, which becomes Venn diagram for 4, right? So this is the Venn diagram for 4. Are there 16 regions? There are 16 regions. Let's here mark them. Let's mark them. Where is this region of 0, which is 1? This outside 1. This is the region of 0. Done. Where are 4 regions of 1s? If it is a mag survey for 4 magazines, A, B, C, and D, this is only A. I'm showing these 4 numbers here. This region is only B. This comes under only C, and this comes under only D. You should know them. You should know them. This diagram should be in your mind. All right, this should be in your mind. All right, you should not scramble for it while you are doing the problems, because last year CAT 2020 had a Venn diagram for 4. One of the slots of CAT 2020 had Venn diagram for 4. You should not scramble for the diagram. The diagram should be in your mind. Pictoric picture, right? These numbers should be a picture in your mind. This diagram should be a picture in your mind. You don't struggle to recall where are the regions of 1s, where are the regions of 2s. No, your practice should be such that you kind of remember these numbers. There are 4 regions of 1. I know where they are. Now coming to the second one, there are 6 regions of 2. All right, there are 6 regions of 2, and you should know where they are. Right, this is the region of 2 which belongs to A and B. Hey, this is the region of 2 which belongs to C and D. This corner is a region of 2 which belongs to A and C. This is the region of 2 which belongs to B and C. This is the region of 2 which belongs to B and D. This is the region of 2 which belongs to A and D, which means it comes under A as well as it comes under D. Just follow that. All right, if you want to understand this, hey, how this comes under A and D, follow this thread. All right, now this comes under A. Also, this comes under D. It does not come under B and C. All right, simple. All right, very simple. Anybody would understand, right? Okay, fair enough. Okay, where are the 4 regions of 3s now? This is the region of 3. All right, this is the region of 3. Which 3, man? This is A, B, C. Okay, this is another region of 3. Which 3? This is B, C, D. This is another region of 3. Which 3? This is A, B, and D. This is another region of 3. Which 3? This is A, C, and D. Right? Now, these are the regions of 3s. Okay, I marked those 4. You should remember that. That picture is important in your mind. I don't want you to scramble while doing the problem. You know exactly this is where they are. These are the regions. So there is a pattern. Now look at, follow those particular diagram. There is a pattern to it, right? There is a pattern. Finally, where is the region of 4? Of course, this is the region of 4, which belongs to all A, B, C, and D. Now you tell me Venn diagram for 5 will have how many regions? You guys answer now. Venn diagram for 4 has 16 regions. I gave the breakup. Now you tell me Venn diagram for 5 will have how many regions? Venn diagram for 5 will have how many regions? You answer it. You answer it. You give the pattern, right? Venn diagram for 2 would have 2 power 2 regions. Venn diagram for 3 would have 2 power 3 regions. Right? Venn diagram for 4 would have 2 power 4 regions. Now Venn diagram for 5 would have how many regions? Mr. Akbar Ali, why you are writing the wrong number here? I am taking so much pain to explain, and you are writing wrong. You are putting a wrong number there. Huh? Okay, I think you meant 2 power 5 by any chance, and power has come like that. That's how it has become 25, and it's okay. Yeah, correct, 32. That's right, right? Therefore, Venn diagram for 5 would have 32. Now we don't draw because on a 2D you just can't draw 32. Not possible. It can be done in a 3D. All it now, if I want to show the 32 regions, I have to dissect, which means I have to take a 3D diagram. I have to cut and show, look there are 3 regions inside hidden, which cannot be seen from outside. Hey, look there are another 3 regions hidden, which cannot be seen from outside. All that stuff, right? Just like a cube. All right, when you have a cube of 5 by 5 by 5, right, so made up of 5 by 5 by 5, 125 smaller cubes are taken to construct a larger cube. There are some hidden cubes which cannot be visualized from outside. You can't see from outside. You got to remove the outer layer to see that core block which is inside, right? Yeah. Same way out here. Same way out here. If it is a Venn diagram for 5, 32 regions, no. Then how do we do this? How the questions will come in the exam? How do we do that? Without drawing. We'll do it without drawing. I told you there are 3 types of questions, right? Yeah. So we'll do it without drawing there. We don't draw anything there. So which means we grow to a situation that we don't have to draw, because Venn diagram for 6 also came in CAT. Venn diagram for 5 also came in CAT. It came early. In fact, they came even before we were born. Right? So such diagrams have come. No big deal about it. But do we draw to do it? We don't draw to do it. Okay. Point clear, my friends. You at least got the basic idea. All of you got the basic idea. All of you got the basic idea. This is the story of numbers and the figures behind the Venn diagram. You should know the number and you should know the figure. That's the first parameter always. It's not that I don't even know the number, I'm trying to do something. No, numbers first and then figure. First comes number and then comes figure. Appropriate figure, easiest way to represent. An appropriate figure is shown. An appropriate, easiest way to represent it. Very good. All right, yeah. That's all it. That gives me the first idea of the regions. You need to mug this up. You need to mug this up. Mug this up means what? You need to have that picture in your mind. If I say Venn diagram for 3, you need to know these numbers. If I call it, if you know these numbers, 1 region of 0, 3 regions of 1s, 3 regions of 2s, and 1 region of 3. You should know that number, and you should know when I say the 3 regions of 1, where are they? All right, now where are they? It's here, it's here, it's here, something like that. You should also know where are they. You should know the number, and you should know where are they. That is the first mapping that should happen before you gain that speed and momentum in the exam. Okay, that's point number 1. Let's come to point number 2. All right, now let's say this. Okay, let's come to the point number 2. Let's try and understand this. Let me put some numbers out here. Say I've taken a survey for the magazines ABC, right? 3 surveys of the magazines. Some ABC magazine survey I've taken, and all right, now these are the numbers out here. Some 20, 25. There is a number 30. There is 15, 13. And there is a number 12 and there is a number 5. Fair enough. I plug these particular numbers. Quickly give me the answer to the first question. Answer to the first question. Plug the answer to the first, second, and third. Write 3 numbers. Number 1, comma, number 2, comma, number 3. 3 questions. How many read both magazines A and B? How many read magazines A and B? How many read only magazines A and B? Put 3 numbers with a comma. Put the 3 numbers with comma. First number with the answer to the first question. Second number, answer to the second question. Third number, answer to the third question. Just put 3 numbers. Bracket not required. Just put 3 numbers. Some number, comma, another number, comma, another number. Put me 3 numbers there. All of you put 3 numbers there. Quick, quick. Put 3 numbers. Put 3 numbers in the chat. How many read both magazines A and B? First question. How many read magazines A and B? Second question. Third question. How many read only magazines A and B? Numbers are there. Numbers are there. Just give 3 numbers there. That's it. You just give 3 numbers. Just put 3 numbers to perspective. Something, comma, something, comma, something. If you don't know an answer to one particular question, leave a blank. If you know answer to first question, don't know answer to second question, put a blank. Then write another number. Something like that is also fine. Don't know, don't know. But it's a simple question. All right, now come to me. Come listen to me, guys. Listen to me. Good. All right, now some of you have put that is a sample size good enough. That sample size is good enough. Don't worry. All right, that sample. See, that is why did I ask this? Just to understand that. Okay. So how much of practice we got, what we are trying to think, etc., etc. It also tells me the signal. All right, now so from the learner's perspective, how I need to modulate my pace and what I need to do there, things like that. Now listen, all of you listen. How many read both A and B? All right, now see there is always there. All right, now this only means exactly. Absence of only means at least. That's it. All right, all right, these are the two mistakes people do. Absence of only means at least. Let me ask you a simple question. Let me ask you a simple question. How many of you passed? Listen to this very carefully. Listen to my statement very carefully. How many of you passed both English and maths? English and maths in your 10th standard? How many of you passed? Now listen to me very carefully. How many of you passed? How many of you passed? Okay, so how many of you passed? Both, how many of you passed both English and maths in 10th standard? Can you put it in the chat? If yes, put yes. If no, put no. How many of you answer to this question? You understand the way I said and respond it in the chat. Have you passed both English and maths in 10th standard? Have you passed both English and maths in 10th standard? Have you passed both English and maths in 10th standard? Superb, superb, very good. Yeah. No, superb means I'm not saying superb because you passed. I'm saying you understood it right. Okay. You understood it right. Therefore, I'm saying that. Fair enough. Which means what was your understanding? At least these two subjects. At least. At least these two subjects. Hey, why you are saying, sir, at least? Where is the word at least there? It is not there. That is what the language means. That is what the language means. How many of you passed English and math? Have you passed English and math? Did you pass exactly English and maths? No, man. You passed English, you passed maths, you passed social studies, you passed sciences, right? And you passed Hindi, whatever. I don't know, say Sanskrit, whatever the language you have taken. So in this, I am saying that, hey, I am concerned about these two. I am interested in these two. Now you say that along with that, I passed all these subjects. Along with that, yes. The word is what? When I said, hey, you passed both English and math means, hey, the inherent word is at least. Have you passed at least these two subjects? That's the meaning there. So if you say that I passed in English but not in math, then you will not answer. So at least means what? Minimum these two. So when I've said that, hey, have you passed in both English and maths? Technically, the word that you got to put it in your mind is at least these two subjects. More than that is also fine. More than that is also fine. Now let me ask you this question. Or let now answer this question. Okay, hey guys, is this word at least clear to you? Because you passed in English and maths and along with that you passed many more subjects, right? But yet you said answer is yes. Hello, are you there? Making sense? Because a lot of people forget this inherent word at least. All these are language skills. I am not trying to tell you something. These are simple language skills. But they don't interpret it that sense. And they will try to make a mountain out of a molehill. It's a simple molehill and they make a mountain out of that thing because of not understanding the language properly. Nothing other than that. Fair enough. Okay, coming to this. All right. So, all right, you understood this. Now, let me ask another question. How many of you passed? How many of you passed? This word I'm removing. How many of you passed English and maths? If it is yes, put yes. If it is no, put no. Now I'm asking another question. How many of you passed? Just understand the language as it is. All right, don't try to overread something out there. Okay, how many of you passed? Have you passed? I'm asking you a direct question. Have you passed English and maths in your 10th standard? Have you passed English and maths? Have you passed in English and maths? Yes, no, that's all. Have you passed in English and maths? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. 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 Your language, you are correct. Your understanding is correct. Which means what? Both does not make any difference. Right? Both does not make any difference. Okay. Both is only trying to, I'm teaching a lot of English grammar also between these classes. At times, yeah. Both only trying to condition your mind. That's it. The moment I use the word both, it is trying to condition my mind saying that two things will be spoken about. That's it. When I say both, I am saying both and then I will leave a pause. Now you are waiting. Okay, he will speak about two things. Now, the moment I use both, I'm conditioning your mind. I'm sending a signal to your mind saying that, hey, this guy is now going to talk about two things. Watch out for those two things. What if I don't use a word both there? You wait till I finish. You wait till I finish. I may talk about one thing. I may talk about two things because have you passed in. Now I may say only one thing, or I may say two subjects, I may say three subjects. Wait till I finish. Wait till I finish. Therefore, when I'm talking two subjects, whether I use a both or I don't use a both, my answer does not change. Is this clear to you? Is this clear to you? Both is a dummy. Both is a dummy. It's only conditioning your mind. Other than that, it is not doing anything else in the language. Not only here in Venn diagram, anywhere in the language. It's a grammar about what I'm talking here. Hello, did it make sense? Passed in English and maths is same as passed in both English and maths. Both are same. Clear? Clear? Quick. You need to respond quickly from the other side. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So therefore, let me come back to this. Now, okay, my understanding is done. Let me come back. Let me ask one last question. How many of you passed? How many of you passed? How many of you passed only English and maths? How many of you passed only in English and maths? Only these two subjects. In 10th standard, only these two subjects you passed. Only these two. See, no answer. Correct. No answer. Right? So, no, you didn't. All right. No, because you passed many other subjects as well. Coming to this. Okay. Now, remember very carefully. Whenever only comes, listen, at presence of only. Now, listen. Key point I'm coming. Presence of only means exactly. Absence of only means minimum, at least. Absence of only means at least these two. Right? Presence of only means exactly. Okay, I got your answers. I know that you passed in many subjects. Okay, hang on. All right. Yeah. Because you all want to prove that, hey, I passed in many subjects. Okay, I know. I just want trying to understand that you are understanding the language clearly. But you made a mistake in these three questions. That is why I had to explain that. That's why I said that whether I need 4 lectures or 5 lectures or 6 lectures depends on what you are trying to tell me from the other side as well. Because it's a language skill at the end of the day, right? Because some words are misunderstood in the context, and therefore it makes unnecessary sense. See, it's because of what? Grammar. Basically, I say that English grammar. It's all English grammar. That's it. It is not Venn diagram technique. It's an English grammar, and there is a lot of grammar which is involved in this logical reasoning kind of puzzles. And especially in Venn diagram, there are certain modifiers and quantifiers which come in there. If those modifiers and quantifiers are not understood properly, it becomes a nightmare. Alright, we simply create a blunder. We simply create wrong answers and wrong propositions. That's it. Okay, coming to this, let's understand this. Be careful about the word only. The moment only comes. In yesterday's lecture also I said, all right, while taking it on the special class, I told you slow down. When the only comes, you slow down, pay special attention. Same here. Only means exactly. Slow down and say that it's exactly those things. Absence of only means what? Absence of only means at least those two things. Now listen to me, my friends. All of you listen to me carefully. How many read both A and B? Okay, now these 15 characters read A and B. These 5 characters read ABC. Alright, these 5 characters read ABC. What about these 20 characters? Only A. These characters only B. I'm writing only that thing there, right? What about this? Alright, only. Alright, now these characters read only AC. Alright, these characters read only BC. What about this? He reads only C. That's understanding between this. Now coming to this. How many read both? Alright, the word is both A and B. A and B means what? Both should be there. And means plus. This plus that. Okay, A and B means this plus something. That is what you mean, A plus B plus C. Okay, minimum. So AB is here. AB is here, which means what I should consider 15 plus 5, which is equal to 20. Alright, 15 plus 5, which is equal to 20. Why? Whenever I said that if the word only is not there, it is minimum, at least minimum these two subjects, minimum these two languages he should study. Fair enough. Therefore, A1 be 15, 5, which becomes 20. Now, next one. How many read? Absence. Both is not there. Both is not there. It will not make any difference to my question. Still, I look for the same two things. It becomes 15 plus 5, which is equal to 20. Why? This is A plus B. Only A is there, don't add. If only B is there, which means this 20. Hey, it is only A. Don't consider, because I'm asking that man, two things here, two things. All right, A and B. All right, and means what? Two things. This and that. It is not one thing. So similarly, 25 will not be considered. This 15 will be considered, and this 5 is also considered, because I already said that both is trying to say what? Both is only trying to condition reader's mind. Other than that, it is not doing any job there, right? Therefore, answer to question number 1 and question number 2 remains the same. All right, that remains same. Now, how many read only A and B, which means what? No more than A, no more than A and B, no less than A and B. Now you say that, hey, only 15 would qualify. Why? Because C is extra here. If you say that, what is wrong with that 5? C is extra. Exactly. Only means what? Exactly. No more, no less, because C is more here, C is extra here. Hey, what about this? B is not there, because I said that A and B are required here. A is there, but B is not there. So therefore, exact only 15 will qualify here. Guys, is this language clear now? Watch out for this word only. Watch out for this word only. If only is not there, it means at least. Don't bother about the word both. Both is only trying to condition our mind. Don't overemphasize both. Don't undermine only. Points are clear. These are the mistakes people do, because when you ran through your now list, all of you gave different answers for some of these questions. Now is this clear? Can I conclude that yes, it's clear now? Hello, quickly confirm. Quickly confirm. Now can I conclude that it is very clear now? You don't make such mistakes ever again. I don't want you to make this interpretation mistakes. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Guys, I suggest one more thing to all of you based on my understanding with some of the learners on the platform. Please read 20 minutes of grammar every day. 20 minutes of grammar. What to read, right? Read anything. Read anything. Start reading about 20 to 30 minutes of grammar every day. Read 20 minutes and write 10 minutes. Write about it for 10 minutes. What rules did you learn? All right, close that book and write for 10 minutes. All right, write something that you read, create your own sentences, do a 30 minutes drill. Trust me, because whole language is going to be in English, paper is going to be in English. You try to understand in Hindi or some other language will not work. That will not work. You need to understand it clearly in English itself. I can't make any interpretation errors. We make interpretation errors and come back and say that I made a silly mistake. No, that's not a silly mistake. Right? So that's a clear interpretation error. And whole of your case studies solid in a B school, each case study will be 15 to 25 pages. Right? That is the case. Please don't understand that some of you may be doing BCom here or BBA here. Your case studies will be 1 or 2 pages. Nobody will be interested in 1 or 2 page case study in a B school. You got to read 15 to 20 or 15 to 25 pages of case study in a B school, each case study. And there will be minimum 3 case studies every day. Right, minimum in a good B school, minimum 3 case studies, which means you've got to read somewhere about 50 to 75 pages every day. You should read and then attend tomorrow's class. This notes will be sent 1 day before. You have to read these case studies and attend the lecture tomorrow. Otherwise, your lecture will not make sense. Now, some people already I've seen in the B school, they will not be able to read all the case studies. One they read, two they read, the third one they will not get time because of the poor reading skills, right? Yeah. So therefore, ensure that your reading skills are acute. For that, grammar and vocab make sense. Don't prepare only from CAT perspective. Even for CAT, to understand, your grammar and vocab should be in place. There is no choice in the matter. Otherwise, no way, it's very difficult to crack. Trust my words. Trust my words. I'm coming with an experience of 14 years and trying to tell this because I've seen thousands of them. I know how things mature. Nuts and bolts should be in place. If it is not, somewhere I'm getting a feeling that probably it is wise to revise the grammar. I'm not saying that you have not done the grammar. Primary school, you did the grammar. Middle school, you did the grammar. High school, you did the grammar. I know each one of you have gone through the Wren and Martins of the world. Sure. All right. Yeah. Doesn't matter which grammar book you take. Take the thinnest of the grammar book. Simply read 20 minutes. Something you read, already now read about 20 minutes and write the summary in 10 minutes or write 3-4 rules. Grammar is nothing but the rules, right? Yeah. You got to remember those rules. Write those rules. Write whatever the 4 or 5 rules that you read. Probably create 1 or 2 odd sentences on some of those particular rules. It's a nice warm up. All right, it's a nice warm up. It builds a lot of speed and momentum in your understanding as well. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I just made that piece of information up to you what you do. Right, up to you what you do. Fair enough. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the second portion, that is the modifier. Now, how to fill Venn diagram? That is another question. How to fill Venn diagram? Now, level 1 kind of questions. To while we are filling that particular Venn diagram, fill it inside out. Your high school teachers would have said this most of the time, but we kind of forget this information. What is that? Always fill the Venn diagram inside out. Sir, what is inside out? Inside out means first fill the regions of trees. All right, this you should fill first. First, you should fill this region of 3. Then focus on region of 2s. These are the region of 2s, what I'm putting the stars. Try to fill the regions of 2s. And then try to fill the regions of 1s. Then try to fill the regions of 1s. Fill the region of 3. Then fill the region of 2. Then try to fill the region of 1. This is the classic model. Sir, will this classic work every time? No. Listen till the end of the lecture. Classic will not work every time. It is not about the classics, right? We will come to that. But at least we should know the classic. What was told to us in the high school? That at least I should remember first. What was told to me in the because high school level, this is all which they test. So what they will do, first you will fill the region of 3, then you will fill the region of 2, then you will fill the region of 1. Now the question comes, sir, what if region of 3 number only is not given? What if that itself is not given? Fair enough. If that is not given, they would have given you a formula, right? They would have given a formula for a Venn diagram for 2. They would have said something like this: number of elements in A union B is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. Now, this is what the unknown is. This is what in a region of already in a Venn diagram for 2, you got to start here. The star, where I put the star, you got to start there. What if that itself is unknown? Use this formula. Use this formula. No, I don't want to use the formula. Now I'm logically very sound. I will show you with logic also you can do, with equations also you can do, because this formula is nothing but equation. All the methods are fine. But in your schools, your teacher would have said, use this formula, because your teacher would have said there is a formula in case while you are trying to find the middlemost region, if that is unknown, I will give you a support called as a formula. Otherwise, is that formula useful? Otherwise, that formula is absolutely not useful. That is what your teachers have said. I'm not saying this. Your high school teacher has very clearly said this. I'm agreeing with your teacher. That's it. I'm agreeing with your teacher. I'm reminding you. Okay, man, what if already in this already no region of 3 is unknown? Fair enough. Then you will create this number of elements in A union B union C is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B plus number of elements in C, something like this, one at a time, minus number of elements in A intersection B, number of elements in B intersection C plus number of elements in C intersection U. You put it like this. Then you will say that plus number of elements in A intersection B intersection C. This is what your teacher has said. This is how you write it: plus, minus, plus. All right, first one with a plus sign, second one with a minus sign, next one with a plus sign. Your teacher said that, hey, in case all right, region 3 is unknown, use this formula. From here you get rest, everything will be known. Use this and then come back and attack. That is the importance of the formula. But now, do we use the formula? We crack it without using formula. We use the logic to crack this. Not required. Hey, no, yeah, I'm a formula person. I still want to use it. Please go ahead and use it. There is absolutely no problem, because this is what your teachers have said. But classical way, I can't forget that statement saying that Venn diagram should be filled inside out. It should be filled inside out. Now, all this what I said so far is from high school. I have not come to CAT at all. I said from the high school, what are the 3 or 4 things that we discussed? Numbers and their associate diagrams, right? There are numbers, regions of 1s, regions of 2s, regions of 3s, regions of 4s, whatever it is, there are governing numbers. And then the associate diagram, where are the regions on the diagram? That's a point number 1 we discussed. Second one, the criticality of the word only, right? We spoke about only. Only means exactly, right? The absence of only means at least, all right? At least, right? And don't bother about the word both, etc., etc., right? That's the second one. Third point that we discussed is what? Venn diagram should be filled inside out. When you are trying to fill it inside out, what if that inside region itself is unknown, right? One of the methods your teachers have said is these 2 formulas. They advise these 2 formulas, because in high school generally you deal with Venn diagram for 2s and 3s. Therefore, you did this. What we do is we apply more of a logical method to resolve this. Fair enough. All right. Let's come to a few more keywords in this particular lecture. Okay. So far, give me a confirmation that all is good. All is good. Are you all learning something? Although it's a revision, but still some 2-3 points did you learn during this time? I know, because in the first basic lecture, the value addition is less. I understand it, right? I'm not teaching for the first time. Okay, I understand this, but then at least did you learn? Are you all learning something? Something are you learning despite all of this? Okay. Okay. Aman is learning quite a lot. That's nice to know. All right. Okay. Oh, everybody's kind of learning. All right. Good. Good. That's good. Yeah. That's good. Wonderful. 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 Fair enough. All right. Let's come to this. Now listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I will not put the sentences, because I'm just illustrating some point. All right. I'm just illustrating some point. Therefore, I'm not trying to put too many sentences. Hey, can I create a sentence on all of this? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Idea is not that. Idea is to just all right now. So just just smoothen up some rough areas, if any, in our understanding. Then we will come back to, then we will go to little bit of CAT type there. Easy CAT or ZAT or IIFT or NMAT kind of questions is what we will try and do in some rest of the time. Okay, but before that, let me do a couple of drills little very clearly. Okay, so total 100, joker. All right, what are the jokers? First, let me define the jokers. All right, let me define the jokers, which means what matters to me in Venn diagram. These 4 numbers matter to me. What are the 4 numbers? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. That's it. These are the 4 actuals. I call them as actuals. These 4 numbers matter. What are the jokers? This is the joker. This is the joker. Joker 1. They will give another joker. They will give another joker. Another joker means flexible numbers which will help to arrive at N1, N2, N3, N4. Remember, what is the primary focus? What is the secondary focus? Don't try to glorify the jokers. Jokers are required. because they will help us. These are the guiding numbers. All right, more than jokers, let me use the right word, guiding numbers. All right, yeah, guiding number 1. This is the guiding number 2. This is the guiding number 3. These are the guiding numbers, right? Yeah. So these are the actuals. What are the actuals? N1, N2, N3 and N4. Always stay focused on the actuals. Don't fall for the guiding numbers. Don't fall for them. Use them. Use the guiding number to arrive at the actuals. That should be the idea, because some people, they lose the primary purpose and they start glorifying the guiding numbers around that. Hey, glorify the right thing. Don't try to glorify the wrong thing. Right? That's the whole thing there, which means focus on the right thing. Some people I've seen in life, they focus on the wrong things. All right, they focus so much, they speak so much about the wrong thing. Not required, not required. Anyway, that's not the inspiration there. Okay, now you understood that which are the guiding numbers and which are the actuals that we are interested in. Let's come to this question. How I should fill this? You should always start filling here. So is it given there? Then already done, it's a piece of cake. You should always, whatever the sentence is given there, read the full puzzle, quickly see, is this given to me? Yes. All right, I have football here, I have basketball here, there is a total here. Now look at this, both is how much? 40. Wonderful. The moment you get the middle number, life is sorted. Trust me, the life is literally sorted. The moment you find any critical question, you get the middle number, your life is sorted, which means that cannot trouble you anymore. Okay, some things here and there can trouble, but then it cannot trouble you big time at all. That's the whole thing there. Coming to this now, football 60. Now look at this. Is there a word only football? No, you don't add a word only football. Football 60 means minimum football. Okay, then basketball 70. Is there a word only basketball there? No, which means minimum basketball. All right, that's nothing but 70. 70 of them play this ball, right? Hey, what is the total now? 100. Hey, which are my governing numbers? This is my governing number. 100 is my governing number. 60 is my governing number. 70 is my governing number. Where are my actuals here? This is the actual. This is the actual. This is the actuals. Actuals are not there. Let me come to the actuals. I'm busy with the governing numbers. Actuals, fair enough. The 60 has been split as 40 and what more? 20. The 70 has been split as what? 40 and what more? 30. Fair enough. Now, what is this 100? This 100 is nothing but this 20. This 20, 4 numbers. All right, this 40, second number. This 30, third number. And there is a fourth number. There is a fourth number, which is none of these, we call it. Fair enough. So 20 plus 40, 60 plus 30, all right, which becomes 90. Therefore, there is a question mark. Okay, what is that question mark? That question mark becomes 10. Very simple illustration. Very simple illustration. No rocket science in this. What is that I just wanted to tell you here is, hey, don't write any number first. Always write the middle number first. You can write these governing numbers anytime you want, because they are only the governing numbers. But actuals, while writing the actuals, try and see that the middle number is available first. If that is available first, most of the issue is sorted in that particular question. I'm fine. Okay, I'm getting this. Okay, you got the answers. Now, I want you to put the answer to 3 questions. The numbers are right in front of you. Numbers are right in front of you. Put the answers something, comma, something, comma, something. Put 3 numbers there. N1, N2, N3. Put your 3 numbers in that comma. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Put 3 answers there quickly. Put your 3 answers. Three questions. Something, comma, something, comma, something. Quick, quick. Put all of you, put the answers. As long as you can use the keyboard, which means the keys, be it on your mobile or be it on your laptop. Put those numbers. Good, good, good. All right, all right. Very good. All right, very good. Yeah. Playing exactly 1. Perfect. First question, playing exactly 1. 20 plus 30. First question, playing exactly 1. 20 plus 30. Fair enough. That's right. 50. Not playing any. Not playing any is none of these. 10. Not playing any is this number. None of these. That is 10. Not playing both is total minus playing both. Total minus playing both. Total minus playing both. That is the meaning. Language. All right, language wise. Not playing both means what? Total minus playing both. What is the total, man? Total is 100. This number. What is the total? Total is 100. How many are playing both? This 40. Subtract. Right? Playing both. Rest of them are not playing both. You may say that not playing both, is this 10 also included? Yes, that will also comes under the category of not playing both. Fair enough. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right. Yeah. I hope all of it, for all of you, it made sense. Now listen to this. Listen to this. All of you listen to this question. Listen to this question. Logical way I will explain first, because logic part is what I am talking. This is a logical study. I will explain logical way. Then I will explain equation, formula, all of that. If you understand logical way, nothing like it, right? I'm more interested in the logical way. Fair enough, right? Support numbers 100. This is the support. I'm writing in pink. Football 60. because it didn't say only football, right? So therefore you don't add a word only there. 60. Basketball, 70. All right, none of these files. One actual number I have. Three actual numbers are missing. Right? Basically, I'm interested in four actual numbers. One actual number I got. But then where I should start? I should start with the middle one. I am not getting the middle one. Now, all of you listen to me, guys. All of you listen to me. So these are the three numbers here. I'm putting three stars. What is the sum of three stars? The sum of these three stars is 95. The sum of these three stars is 95. You may wonder, sir, from where you got this 95? Look at this. This 100 is nothing but this 5 plus these three stars. Okay, you don't want me to call these as stars. Call this as ABC. We call this as ABC. 5 plus A plus B plus C. Therefore, what is A plus B plus C? 95. This A plus B plus C is 95. Keep that in your mind. That's already in your mind. Okay, fair enough. So these are my three actuals. A, B, C are three more actual numbers in between. Now look at this. Hey, what is the value of this and this put together? 70. Right? So you know that A plus B plus C is 75. That is 75. In your mind, it is there. It's because you already removed this 5. You are saying that, hey, my three actual number, three more actual numbers should add up to, all right, that should add up to 95. All right, that should add up to 95, out of which B and C is 70. These three together is 95. These three together is 95. And this is 70. If it is 70, I know the value of A, because out of 95, 70 is gone. Therefore, I know the value of A. The value of A is nothing but remaining 25. Logical approach. No need to write any equation. No need to write anything. Just read between the lines. Just understand what author is trying to say. Know your actuals and know your guiding numbers. If you don't understand your guiding numbers, if you understand your actuals, you can just look at it and you can write A is equal to 25. Okay, let me just show the other one. By now you can write the middle number also. Okay, let me just show. No, yeah, I will find the other side first. No issues. Already you find this 60 is made up of these three. These three numbers put together is 95. Three numbers put together is 95. So this solid, now out of which B and C contribute how much? 60. But total is 95. Out of 95, 60 is gone. Therefore, how much is this? 35. So likewise, alright, you can just look at these two values and you know your guiding numbers versus your actual numbers. This is 35. This is 25. Now out of 60, 25, other 35 will come here. Now this is called as the logical approach. Logical approach to fill this Venn diagram. Now you may say that, sir, the middle number was not there, but still we did, because we are grown up now. Our mind works better. We are not the small kids to do this. Okay, but we can do this in this particular fashion as well. Fair enough. All right, that is one way to handle this. Equation method. All right, this first method is clear. Can you confirm that logic method is clear? Because as we grow with the chapters, which means by the time I go to third or fourth, logic is what I use, equation is not what I use. Logic should be clear. Are you guys clear? Are you following me what I'm trying to say? Quick confirm. Are you following what I'm trying to say? Logic approach is clear. You got these numbers using the logic approach, how to see them. Are we live? Guys, are you able to hear me? Was there any issue in between? Any buffering or something? I don't know. My mobile is buffering. Is it because of what? Let me quickly check. I think there is a problem but my end with the mobile. Let me just check it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now is it fine? Now is it fine? The lagging has gone. Quickly confirm. The lagging has gone. Now it's fine. Not buffering anymore. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We're live. All right. Great. 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 Fantastic. Brilliant. 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 All right. Let's see this. Let's see this. Okay. This first method is clear to all of us. All right. Done. Okay. The second one, all right. You can also use the equations. You may say that, hey, this is A, this is B, this is C, and we have a number of football is 60, basketball is 70, and we have none of these is equal to 5, right? We kind of know all these numbers. Therefore, you say that, hey, out of this 100 is made up of four numbers, because you know that you will never take your eye off the actuals, right? Yeah. So eye of the actuals, therefore you kind of see these numbers, which is equal to 5 plus 95, right? A plus B plus C. Therefore you say that equation wise, if you are solving, A plus B plus C is equal to 95, out of which you understand that, hey, A plus B is 60. You substitute this. If this is 60, A plus B is 60. Therefore, you get the value of C is equal to 35. You write it here. A value of C is equal to 35. You make another equation out here. Hey, what if I see so from here it is already done. So 35 you wrote out of 70, 35 you wrote on this particular side. Another 35 you will write on the other side. So from here, all right, out of 60 you wrote 35 here. Therefore, you write another 25. That is simply looking at the equation. Doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is you never need this equation called number of elements is equal to A union B, number of elements in A. All this formula is not required. I'm trying to tell you that these formulas are of no use hereafter in CAT. Honestly, they're of no use, right? Either we use equation or we simply use a logic, and we will kind of, or it will kind of figure that out. That is it. Okay. So forget those formulas for the time being, because we kind of never are going to use this. Okay. One more basic part I will do. One more basic part, and after that we will get into one real application and we will close. We will take one CAT type. The lecture may go on till about 3:15 or 3:20. Will that be fine? Will that be fine? It may go to be a little longer lecture. If you want a shorter lecture, then we will take that application in the next lecture. We'll take that. But first, let me finish at least the basic. This basic part, let me cover it, because I don't want this basic to be done in the next lecture. Next lecture, I don't want to deal with this basic. Listen, all of you listen. Support numbers 150, support number chess, support number badminton, support number karate, support number. All these are support numbers. There is no only. Don't write, you don't add a word there. Only chess and write 60 inside. You don't add words. It is not given. All right, yeah, these are all support numbers. Fine. Now actual. There are 8 actuals, because we know that Venn diagram for 3 is made up of 2 power 3, which means 8 cells. There are 8 actuals. Say, where are the actuals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All actuals is what I need to do. When I come to actuals, I told you already, when it comes to actuals, start here. All right, now don't do any nonsense. Read the puzzle. Where this sentence comes, we don't know. That sentence could have been squeezed somewhere between that whole sentence, because this comes as a paragraph or some conditions, whatever it is. In that paragraph, they will squeeze this statement somewhere, and a lot of people don't understand that how important is that, and they will be looking for all other information. Now, these are the supports. Say, what did I write in this? All these are supports, man. Actuals, nothing is there. I don't have any actual. I have only support numbers as of now, right? Which means guiding numbers as of now. That doesn't make sense. Using the guiding numbers, I need to arrive at the actuals. But when I put at the actuals, it is always wise to start here if it is given. Okay, is this given? Yes, 5 it is given. All 3 5 it is given. Fair enough. Now look at this karate. I'm doing it. I'm going it like this. Here I'm done. Okay, I'm going here. Karate and chess is 15. Now listen, karate and chess 15 means these two sets. You may say that, hey, what is this? This is cricket, badminton, and karate. Right? This particular cell, cricket, badminton, and karate. What is this? This is going to be cricket and karate. What is this? This is badminton and karate. This is going to be cricket and badminton. Only cricket, only badminton. All it only karate. Now these are the things out here. Okay, so karate. Now look at this karate and karate and chess. Karate and chess is here also. Therefore, 5 is already here. There is a karate and chess. Together it is 15. Therefore, this is 10 more. Therefore, I need to write only 10 more. Don't write 15 there. 10 more, because it is not saying that only karate and chess. You don't add a word there. You don't add. That's the beauty there. Otherwise, I don't know where to write this 15. Because I start inside out, I directly know what number to write. I will never write 15 here. It is not about that 15 here. I know that karate and cricket is already here, which is 5. Therefore, I need to adjust another 10. Fair enough. I did that adjustment. Let me move on from there. Therefore, let me move on. Next one. Next one, I'm coming here. B and K is 20. B and K is 20. Hey, there is already a B and K here, which is 5. B and K 5 here. Another B and K. How much? 15. Because 15 plus 5 makes this 20. Okay, the second premise is very clear. Let's go to the third one. C and B is 25. C and B is 25. So there is already a C and B here, which is 5. Therefore, another 20 more. Another 20 more for this C and B. Okay, so that's what it's happening. Coming to the next one. Now go to the circles. Go to the circles. Look at this 70, 20 plus 25 plus 40. Right? Add these numbers because this is a full circle. This circle value should be how much? 70, out of which 20, 25 plus 15, 40 is there. Which means how much deficit? The deficit is 30. All right. Similarly, go to the next circle. All right, there is a 60 there, 20, 25, 35. Therefore, how much more? 25. Fair enough. All right, go to this particular circle. Three numbers are already there: 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5 other, which is 40. Sorry, 30. So therefore, another 20. Fair enough. Therefore, you kind of simply filled it. Okay, what I'm trying to illustrate here, I'm trying to say that fill it as much as possible, fill it inside out. This is what very clearly your high school teachers have said. They always wanted you to remember the technique with certain keywords. All teachers will teach certain keywords. So that's what I'm also trying to do. All high school teachers, because that's how you remember it for longer. So whatever that keyword they used inside out, okay, whatever they might have used different word for this, but your high school teacher might have used some keyword. Remember that. If not, I'm at least telling you that remember it as inside out so that you will not get it. And remember, what are the guiding numbers? Guiding numbers versus actual numbers. Don't take your eye off the actual numbers. Don't fall and glorify the guiding numbers. Okay, now that brings to the end of the basics. Now I covered the complete basics. Basics are done. This is what happens in the high school with respect to Venn diagram 2 and 3. This much you kind of remember. Okay, now I want answer to the first three questions. Numbers are in front of you. Why don't you help me with the first three numbers? Something, comma, something, comma, something. Only three numbers. First three questions, put the three numbers. N1, comma, N2, comma, N3. Why don't you put these three answers quickly, friends? Quickly. Put the answer to three numbers. Okay. Now check, guys. Now check. I think it should not lag now. Am I live now? Am I live? It should not lag. I'm on a different network now. Yeah, I was on a different network. That network, yeah, I didn't notice that. Now it should not lag. Is it coming out well? Which means is my audio video syncing? Now check N1, N2, N3. All right, give me the answer to N1, N2, N3. Now, whatever I'm writing, I'm putting the stars, one star, the second star, the third star. Is it fine now? Is it fine? I changed the network. Yeah. Okay. I should have done that long time back. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Answer the first three questions. Put the answer to N1, N2, N3. First three questions. Put the answer to the first three questions. Quick, quick, quick. Why it's taking so long? Laksh has put some answer. Keval has put some answer. Good, good. Yeah. Very good. All right. Yeah. So this number Joker is 25, which we all know. So that we can get reduce it because there are seven actuals. So we know the values of seven actuals, whichever way you can take the circle and you can do all of that. Okay. The actuals are adding up to 125. Therefore, the eighth actual is another 25. Right? Yeah. Eighth actual is another 25. You are putting that to perspective. Fair enough. Now, not playing all. Not playing all is total minus playing all. Total minus all. When you do this, total is how much? The total is nothing but 150 minus playing all is 5 because playing all is right here in between. Playing all is 5, which becomes 145. Perfect. All right, that's perfect. Not playing any, right? Not playing any is nothing but this number 25. None of these. It's as good as asking none of these. Not playing B and K. Again, total minus playing B and K. Total minus playing B and K. Where is B and K here? This 15 has a B and K. This 5 also has B and K. This 5 also has B and K. Therefore, 15 plus 5, 20. Remove the 20. Total is how much? Total is 150. Remove the 20 out of that. Therefore, you say that which would end up becoming 130. Total is 130. Not playing B and K means total minus playing B and K, right? That's what you do there. Total minus playing B and K, which becomes 130, right? That becomes not playing B and K. Rest all of them are not playing B and K. All right, B and K. Be very clear on that. Okay. Playing at least two. Playing at least two means what? Playing at least two means playing one. Playing exactly one as well as playing playing at least two. Playing at least two means playing exactly two and playing exactly three. All right. Playing at most two means what? Playing at most two means playing none plus playing exactly one game and playing exactly two games, right? Yeah. So we can get those numbers. That's not a big deal here. If I want to do this, say how many of them are playing exactly two here? This 20 plus 15 plus 10, all right, which becomes 45. Which becomes 45. What is playing all three here? All three is nothing but this particular number called 5. Right, 45 plus 5, which becomes 50. Likewise, we can find the answer to those questions. That should not be a concern. Okay, this is very clear. This is clear. Illustration of filling it from inside out is very clear to everyone. This word inside out is clear. Inside out is clear, all of you. That's clear. Yeah. Okay. In at least you can't add, okay, Prasha, who's asking this? Vipul, you are asking that at least two. At least two means minimum two and more. At least two means greater than or equal to two. Two or more. Always this means two or more. Right? At most. At most means up to. At most means up to two. Up to two means what? 0 to 2. Up to 2 means 0 to 2. Right? Hmm. Sonakshi, maximum minima is there right from the first video. My first video, maximum minima is there a part of every concept. Which concept does not have maximum minima? I don't know why you guys are glorifying that maximum minima. The maximum minima is a common thread. All right, for me, it is a common thread. It is not anything separate. Right? Even if you look at my first video of Cat Ninjas, the very first video of Cat Ninjas. All right, Cat Ninjas 1.0 DILR. From the first video onwards, there is a word maximum minima, guys. From the first video onwards, right? If we have some 15 videos now, so 13 of them have that particular word. Maybe all of them. I'm not sure. You take a look, right? Therefore, will this come in selection? It will come in selection. Will maximum minima come in Venn diagram? It will come in Venn diagram. Will maximum minima come all it in distribution? It will come. That is what CAT is all about. Maximum minima comes in everything, and we will do them. That's what we will do. Maximum minima is a part of every learning. It's not one side of learning. Is that making sense? Because all right, now a lot of people think that maximum minima is a part of Venn diagram. No, maximum minima is a part of quant also. Inequalities, range, isn't it maximum minima? Maximum value of the quadratic, minimum value of the quadratic. It's a part of everything in quant, in CAT. They are very interested in that. Can somebody acknowledge? Yes, no, you got it. Maximum minima, you have to embrace it. It is not anything different. And it's a part of every single study that we do. Someone confirm. Got it. Is it still buffering? You are not getting the information. Okay. Yeah. Sonakshi, did you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Okay. Okay. There seems to be a delay, is it, in the response? All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So we are tending towards 90th minute. What we'll do, all it probably is, I know all it now. So I covered the first lecture, the complete basics. The next lecture onwards, we will go to the next level. All right. We'll take up in the next lecture, maybe. All right. In the next lecture, I will just go to the next level. So in the next level, you will start understanding that the next level is what I did pretty basic of this. This lecture was basic. Right, really basic. And if you guys have already found that 2 or 3 points you kind of picked out here, it is good for us. Okay, from the next lecture onwards, we will clearly illustrate the applications. Applications, sure, we will start with the simple questions which came in CAT. We'll start there and we will go, by the time we finish another 2 or 3 lectures, we'll go to the most complicated questions which appeared in CAT. All right, that is what we kind of do there. So I kind of finish it here. Just you want to understand that what we kind of do all it in today's in other lectures. So today I'll be talking about in the evening, I'll be talking about the multipliers. Some of you may be interested in knowing what we are doing as a part of this series. All right, this is a very important tool. I will talk about this because percentage is a huge thing. I will not start with the basic. If you can understand a little bit of basics of percentage, you kind of know. I will talk about an important tool called as a multiplier, and we will explore this multiplier in 3 to 4 lectures. Why? Applications are wonderful. The once you understand this multiplier, we'll understand this in profit loss discount. We have the application of this particular multiplier coming in compound interest especially, right? So we will try and approach this in the next 2 days. We'll use this multiplier tomorrow, today as well as tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow as well. We'll try and explore this option. And yes, we'll continue Venn-Diagram tomorrow at 2ish in the afternoon. Again, we'll come and continue there, and you will see the beautiful applications coming up as we progress out here. And yes, tomorrow 5:30, if you are struggling with DI and LR, so watch out. I will just give a small tip as to how you can improvise your scores, how you can plan your prep, what is that which constrains people from unleashing their potential in DI and LR. Let's discuss about it for 20-30 minutes. If you come there, you can also ask your questions, anything pertaining to that, right? So I will also try and address that particular concern of yours, right? So this is what is coming up between today and tomorrow. So I will kind of stop it out here. And yes, all right, the free lectures I'm planning to start. All right, maybe this is already taken care. The free lectures, all right, yes, I will be doing the free lectures in the coming in the next 2 or 3 days. In the next 2 or 3 days, on the SC, I'm planning to run the entire algebra course. I'm planning to run the impact algebra course on the special classes that is on the app. So you can download the app and just follow me out there. So we will try and cover some of the algebra elements or PNC. We'll try and do one module out there and the rest of the module on the YouTube. So let's so that we'll be able to balance it out between the two, and we'll be able to cover most of the syllabus by the time we hit the November month. So if you're liking the way we are approaching certain things, you can always put the like button and share the link with your friends as well. Yeah, it doesn't take much time to like, right? If you like it, so you press it and move. If not, already you can leave it there. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is what brings to the kind of end of it. If you're looking at some of the structured courses, yes, the 1st of September, that is yesterday, some of the new batches for CAT 21 as well as for CAT 22 are launched. Some of the structured courses that you are looking at, you can look for. Some of the finest educators are handling these courses. And if you're looking for CAT 22, these are some of the batches that are launched. So yes, that brings me to the end of it. Any questions, you can post me out here. You can post me out here. Neha, next lecture is at 10 p.m. tonight. Next lecture is 10 p.m. tonight. Or you are asking for the continuation of the DILR, which means Venn-Diagram, that is 2 p.m. tomorrow. Right? Otherwise, my next lecture is 10 p.m. tonight. Okay. Guys, honestly tell me, did you guys learn 2 or 3 things at least before you leave, those who are stuck out there? And you can watch from the beginning. You can see if you're joined somewhere in between, you can see it from the beginning. But those who were there from the beginning before leaving, just confirm, did you guys understood 1 or 2 things there? Okay, Aman, you've been very encouraging. You write very encouraging remarks and comments. Very good, yeah. I hope it's helping. Good, good. Vipul is also confirming. Manu, good, yeah. All right, perfect, guys. Perfect, perfect. Chalo, I'll see you at 10 in the night. Bye till then. Stay blessed. Yeah. Vipul, I don't have the group, yeah, group Telegram. This is what you can use for the time being. You can use this. Yeah, you can take a look. You can use this. I will post all my lectures out there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine, Shivani. All right, Prashant. See you guys at 10.